Man, what a game. Just absolutely amazing. I was at the game, so I mean, if my voice sounds a little weird, I mean, I was screaming my heart out. I just the whole time, especially with the last few minutes of the fourth quarter and going into just like the last few minutes of the fourth quarter, just I just nonstop screaming for me. I mean, when our defense was on the field, when our offense is on the field, obviously not, but it was just I just screamed my heart out today, and this right here, if any of you guys are wondering, it's like they do it for free. It's just the number 12 or whatever they paint on you. But I want to sit here and say great game. But in all honesty, while it was a game for the ages, and while I think 20 years from now it'll still be one of the greatest NFC championships or maybe any conference championship ever played, it was a really sloppy game. So I don't even think I want to say great. I would say a great comeback though. In my preview, I said if we just don't turn over the ball and force a few turnovers, we'll be fine. Our defense forced 2 turnovers, and we turned the ball over 5 times. And I have no idea how we won this game, turning the ball over 5 times. But we did, and that's all that really matters at the end of the day. So let's start with Russell Wilson for a second. He threw 4 interceptions, 2 of which I think weren't necessarily his fault. They were more off the hands of Jermaine Kearse, especially the first interception. Some people say, oh, Russell Wilson threw too hard. I don't care how hard he throws it. If he throws it to you and your hand try to catch it, I don't care how hard it's thrown. And you can make the argument that the interception that he threw when Clinton Dix picked it off, I think the second time, was Jermaine Kearse's fault, but I'm going to say I'm just going to say Russell Wilson should have never thrown that. But so, even if 2 of those interceptions didn't occur, that's still 2 turnovers by Russell Wilson, which still isn't good. And then obviously Doug Baldwin's, God, when he fumbled on that kick return, man, man, there was a total of 5 turnovers in the first quarter of this game. And just to put some stuff in perspective, Russell Wilson threw 7 interceptions all season, and he threw 4 in today's game. Aaron Rodgers threw 5 all season, and he threw 2 in today's game. So both quarterbacks a little, Rodgers obviously looked a little bit better at times, but all that really matters is when it really came down to it towards the end of the game. Russell Wilson really showed up, and then Jermaine Kearse, who only had 1 catch in the game, it was the catch that mattered, the catch in overtime that got us the victory. And like I said, it doesn't really even matter how clean, how sloppy this game was. All that really matters at the end of the day is that we won it. And that's really all that matters. We're going to the Super Bowl for a 2nd straight year, and that's so awesome, And I'm so happy that we're facing the Patriots. While if the Colts won, while it still would have been kind of cool because it would have been the whole Luck versus Wilson type of thing, same draft class and everything, 2 quarterbacks going up against each other, I really like the fact that we're going against Tom Brady because, for one, he's obviously Tom Brady, in my personal opinion, is the greatest quarterback in the NFL history, especially in the postseason. You can make the argument for Peyton Manning, and I'll listen to the argument for Peyton Manning. If you have that argument, that's definitely valid. But in my personal opinion, I really do think Tom Brady is the best quarterback, especially when it comes to the postseason. Obviously, Joe Montana has 4 rings and Brady only has 3, but, Brady holds a record for, passing touchdowns in the postseason, passing yardage, most wins by a quarterback in the postseason, just all that stuff. So I think it's really cool that we're going to be going up against one of the most elite quarterbacks to ever play the game, just like we did last year with Peyton Manning, and that'd be really cool if we could knock off the Patriots as well. How cool would that be, not only to win back-to-back Super Bowls, but to also, with those back-to-back Super Bowl wins, knocking off Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. How cool would that be to say that we did that, or this team did that, I should say. But yeah, Doug Baldwin, who had a few drops in today's game, I'm looking at his stats right here. He had 6 catches, 106 yards. He caught a deep ball in overtime. The pass right before Russell Wilson passed it to Jermaine Kearse for the game-winning touchdown. Doug Baldwin was a little, dropped a few, then plus the fumble. So our whole offense today, even our offensive line, a big part of it, I think, because Justin Britt was out, struggled a little bit. And then, like I said, Russell Wilson throwing 4 interceptions, two of which, like I said, weren't necessarily his fault, but still, it's 4 turnovers by one player, and then obviously Doug Pollin. So, really, when it comes down to it, the Packers honestly could have. If this was any other team we were facing, and you best believe, if this was the Cowboys that we were facing, we probably would have been shut out. We probably would have been humiliated like the Broncos were in Super Bowl 48. But that doesn't matter, I digress. All that matters is that we won the game. And hopefully we can clean up a lot of this stuff. Like I said, going into the game, that we've been a lot better as far as penalties and holding calls and stuff go. There were a lot of penalties in this game, and since I was at the game, I'm not sure. I've been hearing a lot of the penalties were controversial. When you're at the game, they don't really have the Fox HD Super Replay on the big screens there, and if they do show replays, they don't really show it the same way they do when you're at home on TV. So I'm not really sure. I can't really say whether this call was bad or that call was bad. But if we can clean up some of those penalties, obviously, let's not turn over the ball 5 times again. That was, like I said, the fact that we turned over the ball 5 times and won this game absolutely amazes me. But Marshawn Lynch, man, Marshawn Lynch is a beast. All right, Marshawn Lynch does his thing. He gets in the end zone, shakes people's hands, throws Skittles. Marshawn Lynch is a beast. And when we got that onside kick, I'm going to go to this real quick. When we were losing 19-7, and I think it was right after we punted, there's like 5 minutes left. I'm sitting there in the stands, and I'm not going to lie. I sat there and said, this game's over. I'm not going to be one of those fans that sit there and go, I had faith all along. I had faith once we scored a touchdown to get to 14 points, but when we were sitting there at 7 points, I was like, this game's over. We lost. I cannot believe this. But like I said, as soon as we got to 14 points, I was like, oh man, there's still a chance. And then we recovered the onside kick, and I was like, oh my god, yes. And then we scored that Marshawn Lynch gets the touchdown. And then the crazy 2-point conversion that we somehow pulled off, Russell Wilson and his magic to Luke Wilson. Just absolutely amazing. And then obviously it was almost like the Denver game all over the end. We went up by 3 points, and then the Packers go down, and then they score a field goal, and here we are going into overtime. We sent Tavares Jackson out there again, who's like a goddamn wizard when it comes to calling the coin toss. He calls heads, it is heads, we receive the ball, and we go and score. And like I said, Jermaine Kearse only had 1 catch in today's game, but that 1 catch redeemed him. That 1 touchdown pass to Jermaine Kearse redeemed Russell Wilson, and we were going off to the Super Bowl, and it's absolutely great. It's for a while there, I really thought I was probably going to go home pretty depressed tonight, and I'm very happy we won it. And like I said, it doesn't matter how you win it. It doesn't matter if it's a sloppy game. A win is a win, but we do have to clean some stuff up, and we have 2 weeks to do that. Obviously, and it feels really cool, or feels really good that we're not going to be seeing any Seahawks players in the Pro Bowl next week, because we're all going to be getting ready for the Super Bowl. So that's also a good feeling. And just to go to 2 back-to-back, and when you think about it, this is our 3rd Super Bowl that we've gone to in the Super Bowl 40 era. We went to 40, we went to 48, and now we're going to 49. So that's pretty cool when you think about it. And just the job Pete Carroll's done, John Schneider. The defense. I've hardly talked about the defense in this game. The defense played lights out. When the Packers would go down the field, we held them to field goals. We gave the ball to them like twice in the red zone, and both times we've held them to field goals. Giving up that 1 touchdown, but still, it was just like we're holding them to field goals. We're holding them to field goals. Our defense played great. Richard Sherman, great. Byron Maxwell. Richard Sherman, Byron Maxwell, both with an interception. Sherman was a little shaken up. He said he should be good by the Super Bowl, but we'll see what comes back. Earl Thomas, I believe, dislocated his shoulder. He came out with a shoulder brace. I think he was gone for a few drives or whatever, and he came back out. So some injuries to the defense. Hopefully nothing major. Hopefully, Richard Sherman and Earl Thomas are all cool to play in the Super Bowl and everything. But this is great. It's almost, and sitting in the stands when we were losing 16-0. It honestly kind of felt like a dream. I was like, this honestly just doesn't feel real. I can't believe we're playing this bad. And then when we took the lead 22-19, it still felt like a dream. I was like, there's no fucking way we just came back like this. There's no way we just did this. But we did. and we're going to Super Bowl 49, guys, and it's absolutely awesome. I probably don't sound so enthusiastic about it just because I'm tired, you know, I've kind of got all the energy out of me, plus my voice is just, you know, my throat's sore and everything. But it's absolutely amazing, you know, 2 Super Bowls in a row. Especially when you look at like our team like 4 years ago and people were still, I wouldn't say we were the laughing stock of the NFL, but we were still kind of like, you would say you're a Seattle fan and people like make fun of you. And, you know, 4 years later, here we are going to a second straight Super Bowl. So kind of cool. And it's going to be awesome. I cannot wait until Super Bowl 49. It's just a great matchup, you know. Seahawks and Patriots, so awesome. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and go Hawks.